Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in the land. What I'm doing, for you. I got a continuation from the first lesson. I'm gonna go through my spiel, get out the way, and get to the lesson right quick. So, writers in 25 will be led by storytelling, story with a message and story for life. I'm give life lessons. You tune in, receive them. We got a good thing going. Let's go. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment, aka right thinkers. Right thinkers way of life through what? Mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of obtaining spiritual life, aka to know thyself. My mission is to get all right thinkers to do just that. Know thyself. That's my mission I'm on. That's what I do on a daily basis to help enlighten you to know thyself. So I ask the question, do you know you? If you do, good. If not, check the boy out. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. But a person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. You can disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You can teach them. They're willing to listen and learn. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got you. A person who knows not and believes that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm a spiritual alarm clock with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know that self. Into my eye. Be true. I was wrapping up. We talking about God and creation. We ended up with the three states. Now I'm going down and break it down a little more. Break it. Now let's go. Now Ra brought forth the creation by what? Bringing into existence two divinities, two gods. These in turn did what? Brought forth the rest of the gods and goddesses. The phrase I was one, I became three. He gave birth to air and water aspects. We call them Shu and Tafnut characters. But the aspect is one is the air that we breathe, and he gave us water from the air. Like I said, 75% earth is water, but we can't drink but 1% of it. So we need fresh water, and he made that possible. So again, aspects and elements that's going to serve us. Those elements. From those two came forth what? You had two important divinities were Shu and air, and tough nut, which is water. They what? They represent the first duality, the first pair, first opposite. We give a male and female, but it's just elements opposite. We label everything male and female, yin and yang, whatever you want to call it, spirit, matter. All those tie in, so you need two. Duality means a pair. And everything from that point on comes with pair, meaning men and women supposed to go together. It's a natural fit. Man and man, not right. Woman and woman, not good. They can't reproduce. The purpose of the body is to regenerate itself by having intercourse with the opposite sex to regenerate itself. That's what God did for us. After himself, everything is paired up. He didn't need no pair. So understand that. So now they represent the first duality to come into existence. Together with Ra, they constitute the first trinity of creation, composed of fire, which is Ra, air, which is Shu, and water, and the life force, which is Tafnut. The lion is the female aspect of female force of life. So Ra, watch this, is what? The opener of the path of what? The double lion, they called them. Now, Shu and Tafnut are known as the lion god. Lion is here, I told you, the female aspect, the male aspect is Shu. Watch this. And you got the lion god and goddess, as referred to as they called them Akharu. Two lions of the two horizons. I'm facing west, I'm facing east. And the sun comes up between. That's my calling card. Okay, it's the two pyramids, but it's really the Akharu, which is the two lions coming up between the sun. Okay, that signifies raising of what? Your consciousness. So I get that. I put it in My again, subliminal message. Okay. But at this time, they were in the age of what? Leo. That's when the pyramid, that's when the Sphinx was put up. Okay. But they did the two lions of the two horizons. Moving on. Thus, Ra is what? The fire of what? Consciousness that creates and perceives time and space and interacts with that creation. Again, Haru, meaning the spirit lives inside that creation, the house. The house is the physical body, the human body. Haru is the spirit. Het means house, spirit in the same house. That put God into man since ancient times. Y'all came up religion, y'all put God up there. I want you to know God is right here. Just saying. It was put that way a long time ago. I understand that. So I got an issue with them taking away from us. Oh, God's aloof. God's up in heaven. No, he ain't. Thus, Ra is the fire of consciousness that what create and perceives in time and space. Understand that. But watch this. Ra is also the source of consciousness. But as we learn in the story of Ra and Aset, the personality of Ra, listen to this, is really only the outer manifestation of the supreme being, meaning Amun, Amen means the hidden one, the spirit. Ra has a hidden side. Hope you understand this. Ra has another aspect which is hidden. I love this. And which goes under what? The secret name. This is the transcendental aspect which is beyond what? Time and space. Again, the spiritual realm, the next level. In essence, here we are in the what? Iron roof, where not even words exist. Again, in that state, nothing going on. When you get there, you can rest and relax for eternity. That's the concept. Now, the task of you, the right thinker or spiritual aspirant, is to what? To discover the real name of Ra, as I said there. She's the lady of wisdom. She know more than anybody else. She got the secret name of Ra. She got the highest understanding of the highest level, the most high. Hence, she's the wisest. And she's the wisdom. Lady of wisdom, as they call it, intuitive knowledge. It's internal. Now let's go right quick to Gad, excuse me, the God of noon or the new noon. You keep talking about the noon. The noon is where the spirits dwell, the higher consciousness of what we call cosmic forces. Now, you got a picture with a guy raising up a boat. On that boat, you have about maybe, I think, 10 people. I'm going to break that down for you. But it's from the sarcophagus of Seti 1. This is the primeval waters of creation. Everybody have a creation story. Watch this, and this is theirs. Now, in the particular scene, this particular scene above, taken from the sarcophagus of Seti, the personification of the primeval waters of creation, which they call the noon, pushes the boat of Atum Ra. There you go. That's my man. And watch this. Where we at? Atum Ra, who emerges as Kepri, the sky here, one, into the what? The waves, and behind Kepri are the what? The divinities. Watch this. Geb, which is earth. Shu, which is air, space, or ether. Heka. Remember, Heka is the word of power. We got him as a character also. Every aspect of the character, they give it life. They give it a character that if you study their character, you learn more about the essence of you, the aspect of your personality. That's the case of purpose of self-mastery. Having all these gods and goddesses aspects of your character mastered by you. I got the stories that go with them that help you do that. That's why the myth is language that speaks to those who want to learn. Philosophy tell you, explain things that supposedly can't be explained. But yeah, Heka is words of power, the divine creative word. Hue, divine sense of taste. This thing right here, that's you, that's him. The divine sense of taste. And then you got Sa, divine understanding. This is Sa right here. When you count the eye, there's 6 pieces. Then he give us credit for 5. Because the thought and understanding, that's how everything else works. We got time all together with thought. So you got 6 senses, use them all. And divine understanding is enlightenment. Assisting him, watch this, are Aset and Nephet. They are 3 divinities standing in the bow of the boat with the eye, which is AA, which is considered a doorway. The doorway symbol over their head. They symbolize the three worlds or planes of creation that is engendered, open, and sustained by who? Kepri in the text. And it is said that Kepri is what? The creative aspect of Asar. What's this? Thus, they are in reality one and the same. Again, we give you these characters to let you know they all come together, tie together as one. Now, there's an interpretation and supported by the following vinaigrette and the papyrus of Anu, where the soul of Ra and Asar are shown what? Meeting in the mystical city of Jeddu. That's the realm where we want to go. But watch this. I love this picture. Let me show you this one. I just showed my man this one. Now, this is you meeting your higher self in the realm where you want to go. When you meet your other half, your higher self, you both got the body of the falcon. They both look the same. But Ra got sun just over his head. You, on the other hand, is the king ruler of your world. So you wear the crown. So you got the crown and the beard, looking at yourself spiritually. That's where you want to end up. That's the goal for all right thinkers. Why? That's how the Egyptians lived. That's what they thought, and that's what they put forth the effort to make it happen for themselves by living Maya and getting to that level or that special place called Jeddu. Watch this. Now, the Per Imheru Book of the Dead, chapter 4, chapter verse 17, from the plate of 9 souls of Asar and Ra, they meet in the Jeddu of the Dua. Again, that place where nothing is going on. All the spirits that go there, their body stay in the earth. The body belongs to the earth. Set is earth bound. Sound like familiar? The devil, okay, he can't ascend. He can't go up there. Got to have wings. That's why we recognize our spirit is Haru, recognized by the falcon, a bird that flies. The spirit flies. Set, the ego, can't fly. Okay, moving on. Now, let's talk about the noon right quick. I got a few minutes. Let's talk about the noon. The noon is that space where everything is possible, but nothing's going on until something goes on. Noon is the primeval matter, the stuff from which all matter is created. When physical matter is examined, closely, it is found to be composed of atoms that have been combined in varied ways to what produce compound molecules. This is all scientific technology, but the Egyptians didn't use that. We just gave it to you in raw. Watch this. However, those atoms are all made up of what? The same material substance, the noon. That substance is what? Energy. And energy is what? Consciousness. And consciousness is the divine self. I hope you're understanding this. So therefore, the material universe and everything in it is composed of what? The divine stuff. That's what they call it. They ain't breaking the atoms. No, they ain't nothing about that. We got that in modern technology, but we call it divine stuff, God stuff, the noon. They understood it that way. Okay. Now you got Ra Kepri is what? The divine creative intelligence within the noon, which starts creating stuff. The gods and goddesses are what? The will of the creative intelligence. Again, that operates throughout every aspect of what? Creation. And who sustains creation at the behest of the divine self? We have somebody that's in charge. That's what he's telling you. The noon. They got a little man sitting there with water drop. They got vases. They got the water first, 3 vases. Then you got another sign for water. Then you got the Hotep sign. Then you got the man sitting. That's the highest level of peace. That's the thing you know. Again, watch this. Referring to the vinaigrette on the sarcophagus of Seti I, Khepri pushes the sun disk into the arms of Nut. Nut, the lady that stretches over. Okay? The east is here, the west is there. Khepri pushes the sun, which is sun disk, pushes it all the way into Nut's mouth. She swallows it. He goes into the afterlife, comes out. She gives birth to him in the morning. That's another concept, but that's what we're working with. That's what happens. The sun disk, watch, he pushes the sun disk into Nut, who was standing on the head of Asar in order for her to receive it She in turn passes it into what? The area uncircled, uncomposed by the body of Asar himself. In essence, the duat, in other words. She protects him. Watch this. Now, since the text which compose the exposition of the Commission teachings come from what? Various tombs and papyrus and inscriptions. They found these in people's coffins, the sarcophagus. These is like wills, last from Testament, expanding to God, talking to God. They didn't know people were gonna dig it up and be reading it. But what's this? Now they got papyrus and inscriptions and depictions of the gods and goddesses, but do not always seem in uniform. This is because what? The priest and the priestess were what? Describing different aspects of the same teaching. For example, right quick, I'm almost done. I got another lesson for you. The boat above there is the 10 divinities accompanying Kepri in the form of Ra and the Neter. As the creator, in the previous image, the boat of Ra, which with initiate on the previous page above, there are 10 divinities, including Ra, in essence, 9 Neteru, God and goddesses, and the one Neter, Ra. The initiate looks on from the bow, I guess the front of the boat. Again, I know that much. The bow of the boat. And in the boat below, we again see the 9 divinities plus the king, who was what? Haru, in the back, overseeing, watching everything. Why? Because he got to walk the same path of righteousness as everybody else. Watch this. Now, in ancient Egyptian mystical philosophy, creation is explained as what? An emanation which came from a primeval mass of undifferentiated matter called the Nu, or the Noon. From this mass arose Atun Ra in the form of Khepri the scarab on the divine boat. The boat below shows Ra and his main routine, which includes the king himself in the last position, symbolizing what? His divinity and the fact that he is righteously following the divine path. Again, Maya. That is over here. Nope. I'm in with that one because I got another one coming up. It's called a Nebercha. That's the all-encompassing guide. I got a nice lesson for you. Hope you enjoyed this one. We moving right along. These are just lessons. Follow along. You get the message. If you stay tuned, I got more.